Okay, so editing Bri here, and I completely forgot about the magical Negro trope because I was so invested in this movie being about a Black Harry Potter at school that I completely negated that magical Negro has been a trope in its own. And so, like, this movie is a satire about that person breaking out of that trope and living their own life. Now, while I still feel like my feelings are valid for how I felt about it not being about Harry Potter, I just wanted to actually like say, okay, cool, I processed that this is a satire on the magical Negro, but I still wanted it to be I still wanted to be about black people with magical powers. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Now, usually on Sundays, we'll talk about a black classic, but instead, I would like to talk about a movie that had the potential to be a black classic, but unfortunately, I think they may have squandered it. So, today, I want to talk about the American Society of Magical Negroes. Now, I first heard about this movie on TikTok because, like TikTok loves to give you their ads. And all I really knew was what the like title card looked like, and that this amazing black woman was in it, who I know as Hen from 911. I was all for it because as someone who grew up reading the Harry Potter books, loving pretty much anything like magical sci-fi, like I was here for it. To see a world titled Magical Negroes, I was absolutely here for it. It's giving NAACP, but I don't know how you thought that you could mess with us because we have magical powers. Like, does that not sound like fun? So that's all the premise I had before. So imagine my surprise when the trailer drops and I begin to watch it and I'm realizing that the premise was nowhere near what I thought was going to be happening. So I actually ended up stopping the trailer. I didn't watch the whole thing because I was like, let me actually watch this and share this with people because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have comments and I would love to have a dialogue about it. But let's watch this trailer together. And hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from and my sadness because I had such high hopes for this film. Like in my mind, the concept was giving Lovecraftian. It was giving them. It was giving like, let me take my power back, but also here's some sci-fi and some monsters and some cool. Like I was so excited. The nerd in me was so excited for this world of magical Negroes. So imagine my surprise. But we're gonna watch the trailer, and you can be just as confuddled as I was.
I know you can feel their discomfort, Aaron. Watching you walk through a room full of white people was the most painful thing I've ever seen.
Just kidding. Sorry.
Now already I'm here for what's happening. Like it's introducing us to a world of like, hey, I'm living in this world that like makes me feel less than. I'm not fully comfortable with everything that's around me and I'm having to try to navigate this and I'm like, here for it. I'm here for it.
I want to take you to a job interview.
There's a recruiting class starting right now, and we got to get you in it.
Welcome to the American Society of Magical Negroes.
What's the most dangerous animal on the planet?
Sure.
White people.
Here's where I start to be a little confused because in my mind it was giving Negro Hogwarts. So I was very surprised when it was a Kingsman type thing instead of a let's teach you. It's a join this society and this is your job now. So that already was like, okay, I did not know what I was getting into. Let's continue.
White people feeling uncomfortable precedes a lot of bad stuff for us. Because the happier they are, the safer we are.
The name needs a little updating, maybe like magical black people, or I guess that doesn't have the same ring.
I will say he does have a point about the name needing updating because the NAACP, I feel like people think it's like National African American. No, it is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Like, a lot of our things do need updated, but like it's there for a reason. Like, it's to remind us of our past and so that we can, continue to grow in the future. But anywho, as soon as that, like, the little white tears gauge popped up, I kind of mentally checked out. So the movie is about making white people comfortable. And I understand that it's satire. Like, I understand it's supposed to be like a society makes us feel like it is our job as people of color and black people especially to make white people comfortable. And then maybe like the main character learns that like, no, like I have to make sure that I as a person am comfortable.
Your first client is Jason Munn.
I was hoping there was a station right next to him.
Oh, is this one spoken for?
What? How? So she didn't see that computer just appear out of the... How much disbelief am I suspending? Because she was standing right there. And granted, I did see that she looked away, but like you looked at the space, saw that there was no computer, looked back and saw that there was a computer. You don't have questions?
Hey, I'm Lizzie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
She's great.
Yeah, she's cool.
You kidding? Come on.
The rom-com music like completely upset me because again, I was going into this thinking that it was going to be like magical and mystical and like black greatness in a magical world. I was so excited for Black Hogwarts, and it's not what we're getting. Now granted, that's on me for having expectations and not just being like, let me be open to whatever the writers have. But if you just give me a screenshot of the American Society of Magical Negroes, I'm assuming we get to explore the society that houses these magical Negroes.
Oh man, she's smart and funny.
I know what you were doing going on about her. You're trying to set us up.
No, that's not what I was doing.
You cannot have a relationship with Lizzie now. Because if you don't put Jason first, everyone's magic will fail.
So you're telling me that if one black man does not fall to the whims of this one white man, that the entire power of this society will cease to exist. I understand there is a lot of pressure put on the shoulders of black people, especially black men. And so, our main character is supposed to like bump you having your own life because he likes her. So since he likes her, you can no longer like her. And it's like, does Lizzie get a choice in this? I can't care about the love triangle because I want to see Magical Negroes. That's what I came here for.
I've always felt like it's my job to make white people feel comfortable, and here it literally is.
Do you think you could like work your magic?
Someone defied the society. Who was it?
I'm curious to see how you gonna make it out of all this.
So the whole point of introducing this society of magical Negroes is for him to rebel against it. From a storytelling standpoint, I understand the whole like buck the system and do what you want and follow your dreams and follow your heart and go. I get that. But you introduced me to a world called the American Society of Magical Negroes. And what you're telling me is that our main character says, bump all of this. I want to be in love with this girl. Why couldn't we just explore the world of Magical Negroes and have the person fall in love with somebody in the society? Like, you can have your love story. You can have your turmoil. You can have your third act falling out and all the things that you need a story to have within the magical society. I'm just not understanding. I was so upset because I was so excited for the potential of something called the American Society of Magical Negroes. Like, I love us for real, and I just want us to do better, honestly. Oh man, I don't even know if I want to watch it anymore. Cause that's the dude from Dungeons and Dragons, right? The one who was scared but ended up being like the super strong one. Like, y'all let me know if you're going to watch this movie. I will decide as we get closer to it, because as it's going right now, probably not. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Oh my gosh. Bye, bye, y'all.